So now we're steaming ahead with this project now, because I want this out of here, and we're going to be fitting the rest of the AC bits and pieces. Now we've already got the compressor on. We did that when it was on the stand. It was really easy to assemble, nothing new to know. The pulley, you have to change the pulley. Well, we already had one on this engine, so it didn't matter. Tensioner. The belt has to be kind of tight because this will flap around if it's not tight. Be careful of this bottom hose. Now I was going to fit, where is it? This pipe that was supplied, silicone hose. Little interesting round here because it had a tendency to kink, which I didn't really like. I've ordered an elbow, but I don't think that's gonna work. So I had a look in my shed, and I actually had a bottom radiator hose for a 200 TDI AC genuine hose. What is the chances of that? Anyway, that's going to be a lot better. But like I said, we've got to get the hoses in, so let me show you the routing of the hoses. Right, so starting at the top of the compressor, you've got the big hose, goes into your unit there, held on with some little screwette things here, with some shake-proof washers there. Alright, not that one, that one. Do not over tighten them. They've got O-rings on the fittings, they just need a nip up. Alright, just a little clench. So don't rattle them up with a gun or anything like that. So that's that bit. I'm on to now doing this receiver dryer, and this is the reason why I put the pipes in there first, because it's saying that they should be here. Well, I think that's the wrong way. I think they've got the bracket on the wrong way around, to be honest. I think the bracket goes that way. So I'm going to correct that, because I want to get on with this job, and we've got a lot to do. I've got the radiator back from the shop, but we've got to fit an electric fan to that. Yeah, you know, I got the radiator back. They didn't even paint it. Isn't that cheap? I was really disappointed in that. Anyway, before we fit that, we've got an electric fan to fit onto it. But let me see if I can get this bit in first before I put the radiator on, and then we can get on with this a bit more. So I thought I'd give you a bit of a Starship update. Got those two pipes on. Like I said before, just be careful, don't cross thread the pipes and the nuts, and only nip those little 10mm headed bolts up. Don't rave them down. I've got the dryer down there, and I've just windingled this pipe through, and this is why I put the radiator in first, so I knew where I was. And of course, in the meantime, I fitted this Revotech electric fan, and yeah, I'm trying to do like a load of things all at once. Now the only thing I don't like about these AC systems here is it takes off the airframe, so if you've got a wheel on your bonnet you might be in trouble, because not sure about that. I don't like that idea at all. Maybe they never thought of that. So I've got one pipe under there, I've got another pipe there and another pipe there. I'm not really sure where they all go actually, and one goes onto here, but until I get this worked out, I don't know. I'm going to put some wrap in, like cable wrap stuff like this on here. Just there's too many bits and pieces that can rub together. I would have thought they would have done that. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? I've got the oil cooler pipe to put on. I won't put that on yet. I put the top hose on just to keep the radiator in place. Yeah, I've got to look at, see down here. There's not much room to put the pipe on. Where the hell does it go to? Where the hell does that pipe? It's years since I've done a 200 TDI. I'm going to consult the book and then I'll come back. So we got that piece in. Start off from this end, because this side bracket is fastened to here, and then there's two pop rivets to go just in there, look. Allows you to get to that pipe. This one here I put some wrap around it just to save it a little bit. Then I've got that pipe to go onto this fitting here. This is a bit tricky to get in, but like I said, tighten these bolts up at this end first, because these are on slots. You see, that one's on a slot, that's on a slot. Make sure that's tight. Got that one to tighten up a bit more. They go onto that bolt there, that bolt there. Not too bad, bit tricky, bit fiddly. You can do it on your own. This bit here, this dryer, it is advisable not to tighten the bolt up until you get it all like in, because you can't get these pad bolts in here. Bit tricky, but not too bad otherwise. Yeah, not too bad. I've got a bit of a mess about to do with these turbo hoses. I don't know how the hell they're going to go in. I've had the radiator out again. Oh yeah, that was what I was going to tell you. See down here, look. I got another 90-degree bend. Well, the only downside about it was it's a bit too thick to go in my bead roller. Otherwise that would have been just a nice size. Looks like I'll send that back as well. Okay, so I had to take out the condensator again, because this pipe here has to go in first, because it goes under the radiator, and it's wise to tighten this up before you put the pop rivets in, because you won't be able to get that nut tightened. Notice I put a little bit of copper grease, anti-seize, on the threads, because you know as well as I do, these are aluminium right at the front of the car, and they'll get all corroded up and there'll be a bugger to get off next time. So now I can put it back on, and then we can put the last pipe on. I've got stuff everywhere. Unbelievable, what a mess about this is. Right, let's get on with that. I've had this thing in and out about 3 times now. This pipe here has to go in first, because it goes under the radiator, see there? But what was puzzling me was they were showing a bracket here, but I couldn't find it. See that little bracket? Little plastic clip, like that. It was in another bag in the box. I never saw it. So yeah, put that pipe in first if you're going to do it, because I've had this in and out that many bloody times. I've lost track now, but I think it's going to go in now. This bracket, I have no idea, right? They're sort of a bit vague on things like that, but I think that will probably go onto the front chassis mount, on the front chassis, to hold the pipe up. When I get round to it, I'll show you it, but I think that's where it goes. It's all guesswork, isn't it? Well, there it is in. I haven't put the pop rivets in here yet, but that's how it should go. That pipe goes over the top over there. This one goes at the back. 2 little rubber P-clips on there to hold the pipe nice and rigid. That little block down there, which is like this, and I guess that bracket there goes underneath. This is a complete mess. If you want to take the engine out, it's going to be a nightmare. Well, maybe not, I'm not sure. You can probably take that off by taking this pipe off here, and the pipe that goes down there. You know, lift the radiator out first, and then you should be able to get it. You'd have to degas the system, but that's the only way you're going to do it. Maybe on this engine here you've got a little bit of room to move, but on a 300 TDI, I don't know. You know, I suppose you could do on a 300 TDI once the radiator's out, but you've got to get a lift that's going to clear the top of this slam panel, and that's my next worry. What's this slam panel going to do? Look, it isn't even it's got no support in it. It's like Middlesbrough's, no support. Yeah, every tool imaginable out now. Wow, messed about with that for a couple of hours. And getting this bolt back in down here, whoa, captive nut on there. If you're going to put one in, put captive nuts on. This one's okay, but that one, everything's too tight to that side. I don't know why they just didn't move it this way a little bit. Oh well, I didn't design it. So that's that done. What time is it now? Oh, it's 3 o'clock. I'm knackered. I've been up since 2 o'clock this morning. Couldn't sleep. So I'm having a bit of time off now. I'll get that pipe on there, so that the AC is all boxed up. Those are on. Like I mentioned before, put some like thread guard on the threads because they'll rust up like crazy. They'll corrode. I think this pipe here has got to be tightened up to here somehow. I think there's a clip in the bag for it. Anyway, let's finish this here because it's dragged on a little bit, and then we'll have a look and see about this air cleaner. How we're going to get the turbo hoses on. This is going to be tight, tight, tight. I do not know how I'm going to do it.